Okay, everybody, going to get on here another video to go into some details on the Zoom live webinar I have coming up in less than 2 weeks, the 16th of November, 5 p.m. Pacific. We're going into part two of the edits, updates, and changes to my book that I published in 2018, Minimize Injury, Maximize Performance. There's already post-it notes from the first half. So, as again, this is part two. It's a 300-page book with tons of information in there, so there was no way to do it all in one Zoom. But point of the project is I've changed a lot since providing a solution to youth sports injury epidemics. Actually, the entry of youth sports injury epidemics, which I was hoping would have led to greater changes in the construct of society. And as we continue to evolve, so do I, right? And so since publishing in 2018, I've made massive changes. I've personally changed, I've clinically changed, my medicine has improved, I've gone through experiences, I've experienced more. I've sharpened things, I've cut things out, I've enhanced things even more, and then I've even supported it even more. So I want to communicate that to everybody who either has my book or has been on the fence of what my book is about or should I get it. Or so rather than going through the publishing scenario again and doing all that, why not utilize this technology in my hand for something healthy and something positive, I hope, as a teaching source. So what's coming up November 16th, Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific, is part two of the edits, updates, and changes to my book. That's going to cover sections 3 and 4 to the solution, 3 being rebuild or the training section. There is a shit ton in there, from 3 levels of programming to performance warm-ups to warm-ups to the movement descriptions to pictures on how to execute step by step. There's hundreds of them. So it's the programming of the rebuild section, the training component, and then the recover section, which might be the most important section of the entire book and the most important section of our entire lives, to allow inputs to actually create an output. We just in and expect everything. We just expect this free refill type container, and we have to empty the friggin' refill to earn the refill. So empty the cup to earn the refill. So we're going to go over that section. So we got the rebuild and recover sections. I'm going to slightly repeat what I covered in the first part, which was why I published, what the true topic I wanted to publish, some of the underlying dark side of what health and medical books stand for and what they can represent, what actually is a New York Times bestseller. Just a lot of truths behind the whole publishing deal and my story behind this whole thing. So I'm gonna slightly touch upon those, but I'm not gonna waste people's time who had already gone through part 1. That's up for rental. It's weekly rentals in my link tree, and go into there. It's 2.5 hours. We covered everything, and we literally went page by page, and that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna start at the rebuild section after covering stuff in the beginning. I'm gonna go page by page and show what I have changed, what I have edited, what I would not say, what I would say even louder, and even more. Do you have to have my book? No, of course not. There's going to be so many things that we touch upon that you're going to be able to apply, if you desire, to your life as an adult, and then as a side effect, a child's life, or child emailing me, tuning in, and going through the registration process on their own. That's what I'd like to see, since they're involved in their healing just as much at the forefront and being the driver of their engine, more so than opting out for somebody to take care of them at a certain level. So questions that are coming in already, concerns. Again, this kind of goes without saying, but it is, will you be addressing specific injuries? No. Those are left for one-on-ones. Those are left for Zooms. Those are left for, I have to go one-on-one with you because injuries are just another animal. But some of the principles and concepts you pull from these 2 Zooms or any of my webinars, you can apply and trial and error and go in and try to tweak your life and your body will lead, and you will, understand certain things, and you can absolutely put yourself in a position to heal from anything. But specifically for me to go into specific injuries, there's just no way, with how this is set up and how the body works. So that's going to be set for one-on-ones. And then concerns on really about the training, questions about the training. And that's why I want whoever registers to send me up to 3 questions specifically you have, because I keep thinking about this. I'm like, my God, some of my favorite books that I've gifted to people or thrown away, or just left by the dumpster so people could take them. If I could have talked to the author at some point and then asked some intimate, detailed questions regarding what I just consumed, I would have loved that. So here's your opportunity to ask me anything pertinent to the topic that we're going to be covering. So that's coming up November 16th, 5 p.m. It's a Thursday. The first one was 2.5 hours, so I would leave open at least 2 hours as a gift for those who register early. And for this one live, you'll have some time afterwards to view the replay at your leisure, because it's going to be heavy and it's going to be big, and that's the point. And that's why the rentals post are weekly rentals. There's a ton of information we're going to go over, so come prepared, ready to change, even more than what I hope the 300-page manual I offered and provided already afforded. Email me for registration and email me your questions. info@TommyJohnIII.com. Let me know. Looking forward to hearing from you, and I will see you soon.